Joining me now is journalist Eric Lyman, who is in Rome. Eric, how is this a police victory when the guy's been on the run for 30 years? Apparently, much of that hiding in plain sight, and this is not the first time that that's happened with these mob bosses.
Well, a lot of times these figures who are in very important positions in organized crime are so well connected that they're able to hide in plain sight, as you said. And so this is an indication that those kinds of connections no longer work, at least for some figures. And so I think that it is a victory. The alternative would have been for him to stay at large even longer. But you're right to point out that 30 years on the run is quite a long period of time.
So until his arrest, was he still boss in at least some capacity? Did he still wield power within the mafia?
The consensus opinion is yes. The extent to which that is true is unclear. He wielded a lot of influence, maybe was sort of like a mafia boss emeritus in some ways, but clearly was a very influential figure. He was wanted, though, because of the crimes that he had committed in the past, not because of his current role. But it's clear that this is going to be a blow to organized crime in Sicily.
And you hear some of the amazed reactions from people around there, especially in traditional mafia territory in Sicily, saying that now the mob is dead. It's not what it was. This is the end. Is that true, or are the tentacles just deeper or in different places now?
I don't think this can be the end of it. This is one of those things where, you know, the tentacles, as you said, spread so far and are on so many levels. Denaro represented a time when the mob was much more centralized, although he maintained some influence over the course of the years. A lot of it is decentralized now, and there's no way to decapitate it with the arrest of one person or even one person and some family members and other leading officials. It is a severe blow, symbolically and practically. But I don't think that we're going to witness the end of the mob in Sicily anytime soon.
In the past, a big arrest like this would lead to retaliations. And of course, Denaro himself is implicated in the murders of top prosecutors. Are people expecting this to have some kind of violent repercussions?
Well, I think the judiciary is organized differently as well. The two top judicial figures you mentioned, Falcone and Borsellino, from 1992, that is a seminal moment in Italian history. And I don't think that there's a figure that's the equivalent of either one of them today. So just as it's impossible to decapitate the Cosa Nostra or the mob with one person, I don't think that there's such an easy target, or not, I shouldn't say easy, but obvious target within the judiciary. And I also think that the kind of power that the mob wields in Italy is not the same as it used to be. So it's a lot more influence. It's a lot more, contracts with the government, waste and things like this, extortion. So probably a very high-profile hit is unlikely. But some kind of retaliation is very likely, and it's notable that some of the police who were involved in the arrest still wore masks to cover their faces so they wouldn't be able to be recognized by Denaro's associates.
Yeah, quite a story. It's also amazing to see how much that age regression photo from the police looked exactly like the actual
That's
guy.
right.
I guess his alleged plastic surgery didn't do quite the job. All right. Thanks so much, Eric. Great to talk to you.
Anytime.